Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. It is Wednesday. It is the 13th day of October and a pretty nice day in the neighborhood. Comparatively to what I have for you later on in the 7-day, a very nice day in the neighborhood. A little cloudy, a lot cloudy at times, but we've got some big changes indeed on the way that we've been kind of prepping ourselves for days. That will see temperatures go from a high of 81 right now in the latest update, not just tomorrow, but for the following day as well, before they plummet. Take a big fall, maybe, to that degree. Front coming Friday night into your Saturday will give us almost a 20-degree temperature swing from Friday into your Saturday, and a cool Sunday, certainly to say the least. Temperatures are going to slowly recover, but I'll tell you all about that in a few moments. I will also tell you about how the forecast will cooperate with the third annual Royalton Walnut Festival. Paul Bailey, one of the organizers, is with me tonight in an interview, and he will tell us everything we need to know. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be more entertaining than ever. A lot of fun things to do. It's all outside in a very spacious battlefield park where you can do everything from bring your RV to set up a tent, bring your lawn chair, social distance if you need, and see a lot of great entertainment, including, of course, our local Rebecca Lynn Howard, Nashville native for now. But nevertheless, I'll get to that. A big milestone for our quarterback on the football field from last week's game, and then a quick reminder about this Friday's home game. On that note, plans are, they didn't follow through Monday for obvious reasons, but plans are for myself to catch elementary games tonight. It's postseason for these kids, and I hope to have those highlights for you tomorrow. Host of other news, though, tonight before we get any further. And before we do, let's go ahead and talk COVID numbers this Wednesday. Yesterday, the governor announced what, by my observation, appears to be a bit of a leveling off as far as daily cases are concerned, down to around 20-some hundred a day now for the past several days. Case in point, 2,358 new cases of COVID-19 reported in the Commonwealth yesterday. Roughly a fourth of those, well, almost exactly a fourth of those, 597 in kids 18 and younger, and 34 new deaths reported yesterday. Yesterday's numbers had our positivity rating still declining at 8.12%, with still 1,329 people in the hospital related to COVID, nearly 400 in ICUs, and 262 of them on ventilators. While today we actually saw a bit of an increase we did see an increase in number of new cases at 2,380. So again, that leveling off, at least for now, it does appear. Deaths still significant and tragic. 26 lives lost just in the last 24 hours announced. The good news that comes out of this is the positivity rate, which has gone down again from 8.12% yesterday to 8% even today. The number of vaccinated people in Kentucky continues to barely increase, and right now it stands at 2.7 million plus another 447,863. Something else to note, however, in today's numbers, of those 26 deaths, the youngest was a 41-year-old Kentuckian. Now, for local COVID numbers this evening, I'm hoping this is not a trend, that we are about to embark on another trend. Numbers have been waning significantly here in Magoffin County. We peaked in the month of October at around 130 cases, then 125 the following week. Then we cut that in half down to 64 cases. 35 total cases for last week here in Magoffin County. However, this week we've had one day in the double digits and then another day which was higher than many of those in the past week or 10 days. Per Health Director Pete Shepard today, 7 cases in Magoffin County, and that's one of our highest days over the course of the past several, not as high as yesterday. There were 12 cases confirmed in Magoffin County, and that is the highest day over the past several. When you add 0 cases for Sunday, 3 on Monday, top right of your screen, 12 for yesterday and 7 today, that's 22 in the first 4 days of this week by my counting, and that is 22 compared to 35 for all of last week. So we're still possibly on par to see as many or less than last week, but 12 and 7 are two pretty high numbers comparatively for the past several days prior to that. We'll keep an eye on it, keep you up to date. The number of hospitalized, bottom right, is at 5 right now. I think we had gotten down to as low as 4 last week, but we currently have 5 people hospitalized. I do not believe any of those are on ventilators. To the bottom left of your screen, our positivity rating per the state today, the first time it's been under 30 in months, at 29.4%. That's 4.4% over the red or critical zone of 25. So we're hoping and praying to continue to see our positivity rating continue to fall as it is statewide and as it is for many Kentucky counties. Speaking of many Kentucky counties, let's go on over to our incident rate map for today and take a look at all the red and a little bit more orange. We have, as it's about to catch up here, 18 counties, 18 out of Kentucky's 120 counties, which are not in the red as of this afternoon, but in the orange category. Morgan County down to 11.8. That means 102 are in the red. Also, though, significant about this map, I can't find any counties over the 100 mark, and there for a while, most were. In fact, I counted 8 counties at 70% or better, those being the highest of all Kentucky counties. Many getting closer down to that 20 mark into the 30s and 40s, and of course there are some other counties which are still well above that. Taking a look at the viewing in eastern Kentucky area, McGoffin County again at 29.4, Johnson County down to 27.7, and there you see Morgan and Menifee and Elliott well into the orange. Floyd County still at 61.8. As for Johnson County, they too are still seeing continuing better numbers. They had 10 new cases to report today. They had, yesterday, and they had 14 cases new to report on Monday. But Monday they also had 2 more deaths. That's 62 lives that have been lost in Johnson County alone. 62 people to COVID. They had 8 hospitalized and 243 active cases as of yesterday. I'll be right back. Nostalgic or historic or whatever you want to call that feeling you get when you walk in and sit down at the counter and get a scoop of ice cream or a hot dog with sauce while your hometown pharmacist gets your prescriptions ready. Whatever it is, it's still here at Fraser's Prater Drug. Only better, with everything from Jelly Bellies to fresh popcorn to hot and cold gourmet coffees, even hot fudge cakes and banana splits. Fraser's Prater Drug hasn't forgot how important the little things in life are, and they don't want you to either. Stop and see them. They're just a couple of doors down from another Salyersville gym, the Seasonal Shop. You asked for it, and now they're back. Spicy Bourbon Dippers are back at your Salyersville Lee's, and the name says it all, except to say that they will make you shake your tail feathers. Get an order or a meal before they're gone again. Spicy Bourbon Dippers are back at your Salyersville Lee's famous recipe. At Salyersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Salyersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Salyersville National. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works. 349-9999.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
The McGoffin County Board of Education met briefly last night, some formalities and some major projects to continue to discuss and move forward, including the construction of the new McGoffin County Career and Technical Center, which of course graciously is happening because of the $5 million donation from Scotty B. Patrick, as well as those funds enabling the school system to get another $4 million in federal monies. There were a number of items on last night's agenda for the special meeting dealing with the future and new, of course, Career and Technical Center. One was just simply acknowledging that they will accept the money from the Bluegrass Community Foundation, Scotty B. Patrick donating it to them as a pass-through, as he does for the Community Foundation, and then that $5 million coming to the McGoffin County Board of Education. A simple and I'm sure a very joyous approval. Also, they had to approve a BG1 for the Career and Technical Center, which will get them one step closer to a groundbreaking and construction beginning.
Next, we need to consider approving BG number 1 for New McGoffin County Career Technical Education Center.
We need to get this, if you're inclined to, we need to approve this and get it started as soon as possible so I can get it sent into KDE. And the turnaround on that before we can actually start doing anything, we have to get approval from them. And then the sooner we get it back, we can start design, and then that'll allow us to put out for bids for construction in the spring.
Also, a couple of other items on the agenda last night in the special meeting related to the new Career and Technical Center, including selecting an architect and a construction manager. They also, as well, approved an agreement with an architect for replacing the Harold Whitaker Middle School roof, which is said to be failing. Sports in a moment. Right now, entertainment. The Royalton Walnut Festival in its third year this Saturday. The premise for this entire festival came from the Royalton Rails to Trails. You know, they really wanted to have a festival on their own. And after a lot of thought and a lot of looking around, well, Kentucky, it was realized, didn't have a Walnut Festival. And that's how it all began 3 years ago. Now, this is no doubt going to be the biggest year, building on 2 successful years without a doubt, on the very spacious grounds of the Battlefield Memorial Park next to South McGoffin Elementary. It's this Saturday, and the weather is going to cooperate.
We expect this year to be much bigger. The Classic should bring in quite a few people, weather cooperating. The Car Classic, and you can see they can line up all the way. We got more room. I mean, this park is very nice. It's something we should be proud of. And we need to thank the people that built this. And Randall Reisner, you know, was ahead of it. And I think he would be proud to see what's happening here.
And the cruise in isn't the only thing. As far as the cruise in, ride, drive, what you can, bring it, show it. It starts at noon, and there is plenty of room in the beautiful big grassy field. In addition to the cruise in, they've got a lot of entertainment. I'll get to that in just a few seconds. There are vendors, a couple of dozen vendors, all sorts of arts, crafts, neat things that you're only going to find at places like the Walnut Festival. At least 7 food vendors and counting, so it guarantees to be a wonderful afternoon and evening to get something to eat. And then there's all kinds of entertainment, not just of the musical kind, but also of the furry kind.
We also got a petting zoo, and that's new. They got a whole bunch of animals, and it's free. We paid for that, and I think they charge a minimum for food to, you know, you can feed the animals. But they'll be here probably from 10 o'clock till this is over.
If you want to camp, plenty of room for your RV. No hookups, but plenty of room to park your camper or place a tent and spend the morning, afternoon, and evening and overnight. There's bathrooms accessible. Nice, very clean, new bathrooms just up on the knoll. There's all of the picnic tables that sit directly underneath the Randall Reisner Memorial Shelter, which is going to be just adjacent to where all of the entertainment is going to be. Yes, musical entertainment with the likes of Sophie McFarland, Eddie Prater, Austin Minix, your MC, Eddie Jenkins, who probably will pick up and play a tune or two as well. 2 Lanes Home, The Midnight Promise, Dustin Hoover, Nathan and Chessie Arnott. And
The music is, it's outstanding this year. Whoever got Rebecca Lynn hired, I mean, they done a coup there. So she'll bring a crowd, and we're glad to have her.
And they'll be glad to have you and everyone at the third annual Royalton Walnut Festival this Saturday at the Battlefield Park at the mouth of Half Mountain there at the South McGoffin Elementary School. It all starts at 11. It's all free. That's all the entertainment, the petting zoo, the car show. It's all free. But bring a few bucks with you because they will have some good food, a lot of great vendors as well, selling some really neat items that you're only going to find at events like this. The ever-growing Walnut Festival is going to be a big deal this year. This Saturday. Stop in. Sporting news and your weather in just a few moments right now. Here's tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. A lot happening on the calendar, too. It's back. The McGoffin County High School dance team is presenting Dance Jam 2021 and the prelude to Halloween, as it has become for the past several years. How this works: Saturday, October the 23rd, 9 till noon. Participants will learn 3 dance routines that will be performed on October the 28th, that Thursday, during the Sagersville Ghost Walk in downtown. Participants will also have classes in technique, facials, and turns. Lunch will be provided. They get a free t-shirt. And, of course, it's going to be a thriller. It's just $25 each for all ages. That's right, Dance Jam, October the 23rd at the McGoffin County High School. Contact Coach Andrea Preston to find out more. I can tell you more right now. Going on to our next announcement from the Water into Wine Food Pantry, they wanted me to remind everyone that their Senior Commodity Day is a week from tomorrow. Next Thursday, the 21st, 12:30 till 2, they have a waiting list that will open up at 2 o'clock at the end of the regular pantry. That's Senior Commodity Day. Again, not tomorrow, but 1 week from tomorrow, next Thursday, 12:30 till 2, the waiting list beginning at 2. And remember, Halloween Town is open. Gardner's Ghosts and Goblins on the Ivy Point Hill at the Gardner Farm is open every night, 4 roughly to 10 roughly every night. All sorts of lights and frights and sounds, and it's just a wonderful sight to see. It's getting just as big, if not as big, as, of course, the Christmas display for Halloween at the Gardner Farm. Be sure and stop by any evening between now and then. Stop by my community calendar whenever you got something you want everyone to know about, and I'll be sure to pass it along. Birthdays and anniversaries, of course, are always included. From there, going on to our obituaries, sponsored nightly by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. A reminder that services will be held tomorrow at 1 for 60-year-old Lanson McCarty Jr. of Pricey, who passed away on Sunday, survived by his mother, his wife, Velvet Gullett McCarty, son Brandon Leslie McCarty, as well as daughter Fancy Tanika Elam, Terry Joe Barker, and brothers Eddie, Brian, and Jerry McCarty, and 2 sisters, Vicki Barnett and Melinda McCarty, both of Sagersville, and 9 grandkids. Services again tomorrow at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation this evening until 9. Diana Sue Hicks Harrington, 83, of Wayland, passed away on yesterday at her home. She survived by 2 sons, Lauren and Quinn Harrington, both of McDowell, 6 daughters, Wanda Harrington, Weda Lane, Emily Harrington, Mary Conley, Patty Dow, Dolores McCord, several grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Arrangements are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon, under the care of the McGoffin County Funeral Home. The Sagersville Funeral Home says the funeral services are incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon, for 63-year-old Tanya Davies of Sagersville. She passed away Sunday in Sagersville. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Just click on ConleyTire.net and you can shop for tires, find out more about services, brands, wheels, rims, their free coffee, free Wi-Fi, and free local shuttle service, and of course the latest and greatest current offers and specials, like how right now you can get up to $150 back on a set of Goodyears. That's ConleyTire.net, or you can always stop by in Staffordsville or give them a call at 297-2424. I wasn't here with you, I assume, as you saw yesterday, after attending Vivian Conley's funeral and spending some of the afternoon with the family and friends, and it was just a rough day, and this was not where my mind was. I just didn't think I could put together a show, to be honest with you, in any normal fashion. It's been a tough loss for myself and for friends, and not just for the rescue squad, but for a whole lot of McGoffin County. She was not just a big part of Carter Conley being able who he was, but in her own rights, she was a woman who was larger than life, always with a smile and a laugh and something to eat and something to make you feel better. And it was just her way, and it was a wonderful way. And she too will be greatly missed. So with that said, my not being here means that today I want to certainly mark what yesterday's date was, not just in McGoffin County and Kentucky, but in Kentucky as well. October the 12th, as it has now been known for the past couple of years, being Pressure Sore Awareness Day in remembrance of a McGoffin County woman. A ceremony here in McGoffin County in 2019 was a part of this happening. The Kentucky House of Representatives as well passing a resolution designating October the 12th as Pressure Sore Awareness Day in remembrance of Bridget, who passed away in 2013 due to complications from pressure sores. The resolution, sponsored by Representative John Bland, honored Bridget Ann, who was the daughter of Tommy and Kathy Howard, born in 1981. She was diagnosed at birth with spina bifida, but that did not slow her down throughout her entire life. But in 2012, she began to suffer from pancreatitis, and during that time, she developed pressure ulcers known as decubitus and lost her battle in October of 2013 after becoming septic. Blanton telling us back at the time of all of this happening that he took the previous violation, which was a Type B violation, which was a $50 to $500 fine for any violation of pressure ulcers, and they were able to change that to a Type A violation in honor of Bridget. It now carries between a $1,000 and a $5,000 fine for someone who is found to have pressure ulcers at the hands of someone who had them in their care. And the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, which sets the penalty categories for certain physical and mental harm affecting residents of long-term care facilities, rewrote the regulation for Type A violations, affirming the status of decubitus as that Type A violation. The named an amendment listing decubitus as a Type A violation through the Kentucky Administrative Regulations was the Bridget Ann Howard Regulatory Amendment. Again, October the 12th. I covered last week and again this week because of some audio issues. The Hornets' first home game of the season. They hosted Floyd Central. It was a big district matchup. It was a district win. It was a win that solidified the Hornets going to the playoffs again this year. What I didn't know until now, but now understand per my sports writer for the Sagersville Independent, Steve LeMaster, is that during that Floyd Central matchup, McGoffin County's QB hit the 1,000 passing yard mark and is still rolling. McGoffin County senior quarterback Lucas Littoral has passed the 1,000 passing yards mark in the 2021 high school football season. He reached the milestone in McGoffin County's Class 3A District 8 win over Floyd County last Thursday. He completed 15 of 27 for 392 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His average right under 210 passing yards a game for the Hornets. And in only 5 games, Literal has completed 49 out of 98 passes for 1,045 yards and 10 touchdowns, and leads the Chris Gamble coached Hornets in both passing and rushing. And you can read more about our QB in tomorrow's edition of the Sayersville Independent, courtesy of LeMaster. And keep in mind, McGoffin County is set to host Pike County Central in a Class 3A district game this Friday. McGoffin County 4-2 and 1-2 in Class 3A, completing 53 out of 110 passes for 1,153 yards and 11 touchdowns collectively. Pike County is coming in at 3-5 overall, and in 6 games have rushed 284 times for 1,852 yards and 22 TDs. So we've got a game ahead of us, folks. Be a good time to be in the stands. Now let's go on to your Licking Valley RECC outlook. Cold fronts coming after a couple of more days in the 80s. And then we'll see a big shift from your Friday into your Saturday. Good news is any rain associated with this front will be late Friday and out of here early Saturday. It looks as though, at least right now. No rain in the area tonight, just mostly cloudy skies and a little patchy fog to wrap up your Wednesday. And tomorrow is looking beautiful. A little patchy fog lingering in the morning, maybe up till 8 o'clock or so. Otherwise, we'll see partly sunny skies. Not such a slow roll to get there as it was today, I don't think, but partly sunny and 81 with calm winds across the board. Thursday night. Now, we will see mostly cloudy skies Thursday night. Nothing with that, just more clouds than not, and a low of 65 degrees. A pretty mild evening. Out and ahead of your Friday, where we've got another mostly sunny day in the neighborhood. 81 degrees again on your Friday. And the chance of showers and thunderstorms right now looks to be 80%, but that looks to be after 10 p.m. We hope that time frame holds true. That will be after the ball game Friday night, and then those showers would be out of here by the time the Walnut Festival gets underway Saturday morning. It's a pretty good window if we can just hold on to it. But look what we see from that cold front. 81 Friday to 64 on your Saturday. So, yeah, a long sleeve or a jacket might be a good thing to have. Saturday night, as you saw, 42 degrees under clear skies. And then there you have it, clear sailing from there. 63 Sunday and sunny, but temperatures improved to 67 and sunny Monday, 70 Tuesday, low 70s on Wednesday, more sunshine above. I do not have shower chances making their way back into the forecast right now between now and next Wednesday after those Friday night and into your Saturday morning. Here's fingers crossed, hoping that continues to be the trend and that, again, those showers are confined to late Friday night and early Saturday. And that'll wrap it up for tonight. As always, still have more news to cover. Hope to see you back here for more on tomorrow's program. Good night, and thanks again for watching.